Hi, I'm Miss Sarah from the Gwinnett County Public Library, bringing you another episode of Backyard Biology. In this series, we examine things that you can find in your very own backyards. And today, we're going to be talking about flowers. A flower is a special kind of plant part. Most of us have seen flowers growing near our homes. Flowers are also called the bloom or the blossom of the plant. In plants, a flower is its most colorful part. Flowers come in all different colors. How many different colors do you see? People tend to admire flowers because they look and smell nice, but flowers have an important job to do. Flowers produce pollen. When the pollen spreads to the flowers of other plants of the same kind, that creates new plants. Since plants can't travel on their own, they rely on other means to get their pollen to another plant. Some pollen is spread by the wind, but a lot of plants rely on pollinators. Those are animals and insects that help spread their pollen. Pollinators visit the flowers. The flower's colors, scents, and nectar attract bees and other insects to visit. While the bee is visiting the flower, it gets some sticky pollen attached to its legs. Then when it moves to the next flower, it drops some of that pollen off. The two plants can now form a seed. Flowers may look different, but they all need the same types of parts to be able to do their job. Let's look more carefully at the parts of a flower. First, we're going to turn the flower over and look at the back. These small specialized leaves are called sepals, and they support the petals of the flower when the flower's open, and they protect the petals when the flower is still closed, like in these buds. On the front of the flower, we can see the collection of petals that surrounds the center of the flower. All the group of petals together are called the corolla. In the center of the flower, we see tiny little filaments sticking up. Those have pollen at the end. And in the middle is the pistil, where pollen from a different flower will be dropped off to help create a new seed. Most people like flowers. We plant them in our yards and we give them to each other on special occasions. We might wear flowers on our clothes or put some in a vase to decorate the inside of our homes. You might even know someone who's named after a flower. Do you know anyone named Lily, Jasmine, Rose? Sometimes we even eat flowers. Broccoli, cauliflower, and artichokes are all vegetables that are flowers. Eat your flowers! In warm months, extra sunlight gives the plants energy to produce flowers. But when they fade away in the winter and fall, you can still save them. You need some parchment paper and a big heavy book and a few flowers. Just take your flowers and lay them in some parchment paper and cover them up. And then you're going to tuck your paper inside the pages of a heavy book. There are my flowers. I'm going to tuck them in to make sure that none of the flowers stain the pages of my book. Then I just close the book and wait. You have to wait 7 to 10 days. No peeking. Time to challenge yourself. Take a walk in your neighborhood and look for flowers. How many different colors can you find? Or maybe have each person in your family choose a different color flower and on your walk, see who can spot the most of their color. Just remember to try to leave the flowers where they are so that other people and pollinators can enjoy them. This has been Backyard Biology, brought to you by the Gwinnett County Public Library. What kinds of things do you have in your backyard? If you have something interesting or pretty to share, take a picture of it and email it to backyardbiologygwinnett@gmail.com. Here are some pictures and videos shared this week. See you next time.